For years, I thought leg pain was just a natural part of getting older, until the day I met Doris, 72 years old, who walked into my office with a tired smile and quietly said, "Doctor, my legs, they don't feel like they belong to me anymore. Let me ask you something, and answer honestly. Have your legs been feeling weaker lately? Do you get tired just walking around the house? Are stairs becoming more of a challenge? And rest breaks more frequent? Do you wake up at night with leg cramps that seem to come out of nowhere? If so, you're not alone, a startling truth few people talk about, according to the National Institute on Aging, 2022, over 41% of adults over age 65 report noticeable loss of leg strength. Even more alarming, nearly 1 in 3 falls in seniors are directly linked to muscle instability in the legs, and it doesn't stop there. A study published in the Journal of Gerontology, 2020, found that, after age 60, the average person loses 1% of muscle mass per year, and most of that loss happens in the legs, the very muscles responsible for carrying your body weight every single day. But here's what no one is warning you about. In my 30 years of medical practice, I've treated countless patients who came in with the same complaints. My legs feel heavy. I can't walk as far anymore. I get cramps all the time. But when I looked deeper into their daily supplements, diets, and habits, I began to notice a disturbing trend. Certain vitamins, yes, vitamins, the very ones marketed as essential for good health, were actually contributing to the slow, silent weakening of their legs. Sounds backwards, right? But it's true. Vitamins, believed to be harmless, even healing, can trigger fatigue, cramps, nerve damage, and muscle loss, when taken in the wrong form, in the wrong amount, or at the wrong time. A common misunderstanding that's silently weakening millions of seniors. Most of my patients never realized that some vitamins can interfere with calcium and magnesium absorption, increasing their risk of muscle cramps, that certain vitamins can accumulate in the liver over time, causing unexplained muscle fatigue and soreness, and perhaps most dangerously, that some vitamins, when overused, can irritate the peripheral nerves, leading to tingling, numbness, poor balance, and in some cases, a higher risk of falling. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 3 common vitamins that are often overused or misused after age 60, and why they may be silently draining your leg strength. The everyday foods and supplements that might be feeding your fatigue, cramps, or leg weakness, the common mistakes most older adults make, without even realizing it, and how to turn things around safely and naturally. And most importantly, I'll share real-life stories of 3 patients who struggled with weak legs and nighttime cramps, and how they found new strength and stability by making simple, informed changes. Everything I'll share with you is grounded in peer-reviewed medical studies from Harvard Health, NIH, the Journal of Nutrition, The Lancet, and more, and in the hands-on experience I've gained working with thousands of older adults over the last 3 decades. If you want to walk with greater confidence, sleep without worrying about cramps, and keep your independence, without depending on walkers or others to get around, then stay with me through this video, because what I'm about to share could change how you view vitamins forever. I'll start by revealing the everyday foods and routines that might seem harmless, but are actually robbing your legs of strength, circulation, and nerve control. Bite by bite, day by day, then, we'll uncover the truth about 3 misunderstood vitamins, and how to use them properly to protect your legs for years to come. Come with me on this journey, because one day, when you're walking steadily down the street with ease, you'll be glad you listened. Let's begin with the first category of culprits: sweet, innocent-looking foods that might just be weakening your legs one dessert at a time. 5 everyday food groups that quietly weaken your legs after 60, and you may be eating them daily. Doctor, I don't eat that much. Just a few cookies in the morning, a bowl of noodles for lunch, and maybe a sausage in the evening. So why do my legs feel weaker every single day? I've heard this question hundreds of times over my 30 years in medicine, and every time, I take a quiet breath and say, it's often the foods that feel the most harmless. that quietly drain our legs of strength. But wait, how does food affect your leg muscles? It may sound strange, but the muscles in your legs, especially your quads, calves, and glutes, are extremely sensitive to what you eat. Just one unbalanced meal can reduce blood flow, meaning less oxygen gets to your muscles, leading to fatigue, heaviness, and even cramping. Just 1 week of low protein intake can start to break down muscle mass, and if you're regularly eating inflammatory foods, your body may quietly enter a state of chronic muscle loss without you even knowing it. Let's take a closer look at 5 food groups that silently sabotage your legs. Group 1. Inflammatory foods. The silent eaters of muscle strength. Examples: refined sugar, pastries, sweetened creamers, soda, instant cereals. Alice, 66, loved her afternoon sponge cakes. Just a sweet little routine, she said, but within 4 months of cutting back on sugar, her calf pain while walking the market disappeared completely. How it affects your legs. Sugar triggers chronic low-grade inflammation, especially in soft tissues like muscles and tendons. Ongoing inflammation can block protein synthesis in muscle fibers. Journal of Clinical Endocrinology Metabolism, 2019. It also disrupts insulin sensitivity, meaning glucose can't enter muscles effectively, leading to fatigue and weakness. A Harvard study, 2020, found that adults over 60 who consumed more than 25 g of sugar daily had a 38% higher risk of leg muscle loss compared to those consuming under 10 g. Alice, 66, loved her afternoon sponge cakes. Just a sweet little routine, she said, but within 4 months of cutting back on sugar, her calf pain while walking the market disappeared completely. Group 2. Circulation blockers. Foods that starve leg muscles of oxygen. Examples: fried foods, sausages, deli meats, processed cheese, potato chips. What's going on? These foods are often high in trans fats and sodium, which stiffen arteries and reduce blood flow to your legs. When oxygen doesn't reach your muscles, they fatigue faster and take longer to recover after activity like walking or stairs. The Lancet, 2018, study found that consuming fried foods more than twice a week was linked to a decrease in capillary density in the thigh muscles, reducing their ability to recover. Think of it like this: eating a fried sausage with instant noodles is like dumping sand into a stream. You clog the flow of oxygen and nutrients to your legs, so instead of powering forward, your muscles feel tired, heavy, and sore. Group 3. Refined carbs. The energy thieves. Examples: white bread, white rice, pasta, rice crackers. Why these foods are draining you? They're refined carbs that spike your blood sugar quickly, followed by a crash. This roller coaster effect drains energy and leaves your legs feeling wobbly or jelly-like. They're also low in fiber and magnesium, 2 key nutrients for preventing leg cramps. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2021, found that high intake of refined carbohydrates disrupts muscle glucose metabolism, reducing energy absorption in the lower limbs. Harold, 71, used to start every morning with white bread and jelly. After switching to oat toast with eggs, he told me, "Doctor, that mid-morning leg weakness I used to feel, it's gone. Completely gone." Group 4. Sodium bombs. The midnight cramp culprits. Examples: canned foods, instant noodles, soy sauce, pre-packaged meals. Here's how they sabotage your legs. Too much sodium causes fluid retention, making legs feel heavy, swollen, or numb, especially by evening. It also disrupts your body's electrolyte balance, lowering potassium and magnesium, which leads to cramps, particularly at night. Journal of Applied Physiology, 2017, reported a 52% increase in nighttime leg cramps among people who consumed greater than 2,500 mg sodium/day without replenishing potassium or magnesium. If you get cramps in your calves at night, look at what you had for dinner. Could it have been that salty noodle bowl or sausage? Group 5. Foods with artificial additives. The nerve disruptors. Examples: packaged pastries, chips, cheap candy, low-quality ice cream. what's happening in your nervous system. These products are loaded with preservatives, food dyes, and MSG, monosodium glutamate, which can interfere with neuromuscular signaling, especially in the legs, which are farthest from the spinal cord. This may cause numbness, tingling, or a vague sense that your legs feel disconnected. Neuroscience Letters, 2022, found that high doses of MSG lowered the sensitivity of motor neurons in the legs in older adults. If your thighs feel a bit unstable or your legs feel off after a snack, don't ignore it. That could be your neuromuscular system quietly asking for help. Start asking yourself at every meal, is this food fueling my muscles? Or quietly weakening them? Because sometimes, the shift begins not with medication, but with a fork. Small swaps equals big wins. Instead of this, try this: white bread, whole oat or sprouted grain bread, chips/snacks, a banana and a handful of cashews, instant noodles, brown rice noodles with veggies and egg, sugary soda water with lemon slices and fresh mint. In the next part, I'll share the story of Mr. Roger, 67 years old, who nearly needed a walker because of a vitamin he thought was completely harmless. But once he discovered the truth and made a simple shift, his legs regained strength, and so did his confidence. "Doctor, I've been taking my vitamins daily just like you said, but why do my legs feel numb now? Walking upstairs feels like I'm dragging 2 concrete blocks." That was the very first thing Mr. Roger, a 67-year-old retired schoolteacher, said to me on a chilly January morning, and that question set us on a journey into something many seniors never see coming: the hidden danger of vitamin A. When used the wrong way, Roger wasn't someone who neglected his health. He ate clean, he didn't smoke, and he took vitamins daily, because they're good for your eyes, skin, and bones. He told me, specifically, every day he took 1 multivitamin pill with 5,000 IU of vitamin A. And 1 teaspoon of cod liver oil at night, also rich in natural vitamin A. For over 9 months, he didn't think twice about it, until one day, the symptoms crept in quietly. It started with mild leg fatigue while walking. He blamed it on aging. Then came nightly leg cramps. He assumed dehydration. Eventually, he felt weakness going downstairs, like his knees were trembling. His bone scans were normal. His blood tests showed no anemia, but one thing stood out: his blood vitamin A levels were nearly twice the safe upper limit. Vitamin A is essential. It plays a vital role in vision, immune health, cell regeneration, antioxidant protection, but in excess, especially the retinol form found in supplements, vitamin A builds up in the liver and becomes toxic slowly and silently. How too much vitamin A affects the legs: high doses can cause inflammation in muscle and connective tissue, leading to leg fatigue, soreness, and reduced muscle strength, block calcium and magnesium absorption, increasing cramps, imbalance, especially at night, reduce bone density in the legs and hips, creating the sensation of leg weakness and fall risk. When I explained this to Roger, he was stunned. "Doctor, I was just trying to be healthy. I never imagined the very thing I took to protect me would end up draining my strength." So we made a plan. He stopped all vitamin A supplements for 2 months, switched to natural beta-carotene from carrots and pumpkin, increased hydration, boosted magnesium and potassium through foods like cashews, bananas, and lentils, started daily chair squats to rebuild thigh strength. 8 weeks later, Roger returned, beaming, "Doctor, I climbed 10 stairs today, without holding the rail." When should you be cautious with vitamin A? Who should be careful? What to watch for? Adults over 60 avoid high-dose retinol unless prescribed. Taking multivitamins. Fish oil. Check total intake. Keep under 5,000 IU/day. With liver, bone, or diabetes issues, consider periodic blood testing. Eating a lot of liver, butter, full-fat dairy. Balance with carotene-rich veggies. Better sources of vitamin A, straight from nature. Food benefits: carrots, pumpkin, sweet potatoes rich in beta-carotene. Converted to vitamin A only as needed. Papaya, Ripe mango good for eyes, safe source of natural A, egg yolks, 2 to 3 per week, gentle dose of retinol. From food, not overwhelming, reminder, beta-carotene is safe. Your body turns it into vitamin A only when needed, unlike retinol supplements, which can easily lead to overload. One little pill a day, what you think is helping, might silently be the reason your legs are weakening. In the next chapter, I'll introduce you to Ms. Lisa, age 70, who began suffering from severe nighttime cramps after following high-dose vitamin D advice from social media. Is it possible that a vitamin known to protect bones could quietly harm your leg muscles? The answer may surprise you. Vitamin D, when sunshine becomes a shadow for your legs. I heard online that vitamin D helps strengthen your bones, so I made sure to take it every single day, but lately, my legs just feel heavy and drained. Some nights, they even ache like someone is squeezing my calves tight. That's what Mrs. Lisa, a warm-hearted 70-year-old woman who loved sunshine and life, shared with me on a quiet Monday morning. Her smile, usually bright and full of energy, had started to fade. And it all began with a simple mistake, taking vitamin D without proper guidance. Lisa is not the type to sit still. She walks every morning, volunteers teaching children in the afternoons, eats clean, drinks water, keeps moving. During a routine checkup, her doctor found she had a mild vitamin D deficiency, nothing alarming, but instead of following the doctor's prescription, Lisa put her trust in a viral online video claiming older adults should take 5,000 to even 10,000 IU of vitamin D daily to prevent osteoporosis and disease. So for the next 5 months, she took 2 pills a day, 10,000 IU total. Every day, but then, her legs started to speak, sudden nighttime cramps, especially in her calves, muscle tightness and discomfort, even during light walks, occasional numbness below the knees, like her energy was drained out. Blood tests revealed something shocking: her vitamin D levels were over twice the safe limit. And her calcium levels were abnormally high, a condition called hypercalcemia. Vitamin D plays a vital role in our health, boosts calcium absorption, supports muscle contraction, helps with neuromuscular signaling, but when oversupplemented, especially from high-dose pills, vitamin D can do more harm than good. Too much vitamin D can raise blood calcium levels, causing cramps and stiffness, lead to calcium deposits in soft tissues, painful, chronic tightness, disturb electrolyte balance, resulting in leg weakness and fatigue. Journal of Clinical Endocrinology Metabolism, 2021, found that patients taking more than 4,000 IU of vitamin D per day for over 3 months had a higher risk of soft tissue calcification, especially in thigh and calf muscles. A 2022 analysis from Harvard Health Publishing warned, many older adults confuse deficiency with excess, and it's the quiet buildup of vitamin D that often leads to unexplained leg weakness. How much is safe, and what's too much? Vitamin D dosage, IU/day, impact, 600 to 2000 IU safe. Supports bones, muscles, and immunity, over 4000 IU. Caution, risk of high blood calcium, over 10,000 IU, for 2 to 3 months, dangerous, nerve and muscle complications. Fatigue, cramping, why the legs are first to suffer. Vitamin D is fat-soluble, meaning the body stores it in the liver and fat tissues. It doesn't flush out like vitamin C. And when levels build up, symptoms don't appear immediately, but the legs, they're the first to feel the effects. They're far from the heart, more vulnerable to poor circulation when calcium levels are off. They have large muscles, thighs, calves, sensitive to nerve and mineral imbalances. They carry our full body weight. Even a small electrolyte shift can make them feel unstable, tired, and shaky. Guide to safe, effective vitamin D use situation. What to do: normal levels, no deficiency. No need for daily supplements. Mild deficiency, based on lab tests, 800 to 2000 IU/day for 1 to 2 months under medical supervision. already taking multivitamins or calcium with D. Avoid stacking with additional D pills, risk of overdose. Natural ways to get vitamin D, no pills required. Source: how to use it, morning sunlight, before 8:30 a.m., 15 minutes a day with arms/legs exposed, fatty fish, salmon, sardines, eggs 2 to 3 times a week, sun-exposed mushrooms, like shiitake, make at home, sun-dry for 2 to 3 hours to boost natural D2, fortified foods, milk, cereal, a safer option than high-dose pills. Note: your body naturally regulates how much vitamin D it makes through sunlight, so overdosing from natural sources is extremely rare. After stopping the pills and making simple adjustments, light sun exposure, more mushrooms, eggs, and salmon, Lisa saw a clear change. The cramps stopped, her legs felt lighter. She was back to teaching, with joy in every step. "I trusted the internet more than my doctor," she told me with a smile. "Thankfully, I realized in time." Bottom line, vitamin D isn't the enemy, but misuse is. Muscles that should be flexible may stiffen, nerves that should fire smoothly may misfire, and your legs, the foundation of your freedom, may begin to tremble, without warning. Coming up next, we'll explore the most surprising vitamin of all, vitamin B6. It's known for supporting nerves. Yet when misused, it can damage the very nerves that power your legs, causing tingling, trembling, and subtle weakness that creeps up before anyone realizes. Stay with me, you won't want to miss this part. Vitamin B6. When the nerve vitamin turns against your own nerves, I just wanted to sharpen my memory and stop the numbness in my feet. So I took a B-complex supplement every morning, but now, when my foot touches the floor, it feels like it's being pricked by hundreds of pins. That was the emotional confession of Ms. Deborah, 69 years old. She once believed vitamin B6 was the guardian angel of the nervous system, but what she didn't know was this: that very vitamin was silently damaging her peripheral nerves, especially in her legs. Day by day, Deborah was always careful with her health. She practiced gentle yoga every week, ate healthy, home-cooked meals, took a daily multivitamin plus an extra B6 supplement, 50 milligrams per day. Like many others, she assumed, B6 is good for the nerves. My legs feel tingly. I must be deficient. But within 3 months, she started experiencing tingling in her toes, a slight loss of balance going downstairs, occasional dull pain in her lower legs with no obvious cause. She wasn't diabetic, she had no injury, no signs of anemia, but her blood test revealed this. Her pyridoxine, vitamin B6, level was 3 times higher than the optimal range. The official diagnosis: peripheral neuropathy, nerve inflammation and dysfunction caused by vitamin B6 overdose. Vitamin B6 pyridoxine is essential for neurotransmitter function, red blood cell production, muscle energy metabolism. A deficiency can cause fatigue, irritability, numbness, but an overdose, especially over 50 milligrams per day for extended periods, can directly damage peripheral nerves. Neurology, 2004, people taking high doses of B6, greater than or equal to 100 milligrams per day, for over 6 months had 7x greater risk of developing peripheral neuropathy. Journal of Clinical Toxicology, 2017, symptoms like tingling, leg weakness, and balance loss appeared in as little as 2 to 3 months of high-dose B6 use. FDA guidelines: the upper limit for B6 is 100 milligrams per day, but neurological symptoms have been reported even at just 50 milligrams per day when used long-term. Why the legs are hit first: the longest sensory nerves in the body run from your lower spine down to your feet, so when B6 toxicity starts disrupting those nerves, the first symptoms often appear in the legs: tingling in toes, crawling or buzzing sensations, muscle cramping, loss of temperature sensitivity in the soles. If left unchecked, these issues can progress upward, making walking and movement more difficult. Early warning signs to never ignore. Symptom: what it indicates: tingling in toes, early sensory nerve disruption, slight trembling on stairs, motor coordination issues. Dull aches in calves, misfiring nerve signals causing cramping, numbness to hot/cold in feet, progressing peripheral neuropathy, when to take, and when to avoid, B6 supplements, situation recommendation, tingling feet, suspecting B6 deficiency, get a blood test before supplementing, already taking a multivitamin, do not add a separate B6 pill. Long-term B-complex user ensure total B6 dose is below 25-50 mg/day, kidney disease, nerve issues, diabetes, avoid self-prescribing B6, safer alternative. Get vitamin B6 from real food, food vitamin B6, per serving, 1 medium banana 0.4 mg, 100 g grilled chicken 0.5 to 0.7 mg, 100 g salmon 0.8 mg, 1 medium boiled potato 0.3 mg, 28 g sunflower seed 0.5 to 1 mg. These natural foods offer B6 in safe, bioavailable forms, without the risk of toxic buildup from synthetic pills. After stopping her B6 supplements, eating a more colorful diet, and doing light physical therapy, Deborah slowly began to recover. Within 3 months, the tingling in her legs faded, she could walk with her grandchild again, steadier, more confident, and smiling. I no longer take vitamins just because. I choose what I eat, I ask questions, and I always consult my doctor before putting something new into my body. Vitamin B6 can heal or harm, it's up to how you use it. Yes, your body needs B6, but only in the right amount, for the right person, at the right time. Your legs, those strong foundations of your freedom, don't deserve to be weakened by an overdose of something that was never meant to be taken without thought. In the next part, we'll summarize all 3 vitamins, A, D, and B6, in one easy-to-follow chart. Then, I'll guide you through a safe, science-based plan to strengthen your legs naturally using food, movement, and sunlight, along with timeless advice from a doctor who truly understands how aging works. Doctor, I get it now, those 3 vitamins can actually weaken my legs if I use them the wrong way, but what can I do to protect my legs starting today? That was the honest question Ms. Lisa, Mr. Roger, and so many of my patients asked, once they had that eye-opening realization, and today, I want to walk you through what I've shared with them, a simple, proven way to restore and maintain strong, stable legs every single day, without popping a single pill. Comparison table, 3 vitamins that harm your legs when misused. Vitamin main role risk when overused, dangerous dose, who should be careful. Vitamin A, retinol, vision, immunity, skin health, muscle aches, mineral loss, bone weakening greater than 5,000 IU/day, chronic, people taking fish oil, multivitamins, or eating lots of liver. Vitamin D, calcium absorption, immune support, high blood calcium, cramps, stiffness greater than 4,000 IU/day, chronic, those taking high-dose D supplements without regular testing. Vitamin B6, nerve signals, energy production, peripheral nerve damage, tingling, imbalance greater than 50 mg per day. Long-term, those using B-complex or taking multiple multivitamins. Note, these symptoms often take weeks or months to show up. So many seniors confuse them with just getting old. Doctor, can you give me a simple routine I can follow every day? Absolutely. This is the very same routine I've given to hundreds of patients over 60. Those who wanted to feel strong again, walk with confidence, and leave the pain, cramps, and numbness behind. Eat, fuel the muscles and nerves in your legs. Food group, leg-friendly choices, high in protein, muscle repair, eggs, chicken breast, tofu, Greek yogurt, high in magnesium, cramp relief, pumpkin seeds, black beans, avocado, banana, high in potassium, electrolyte balance, sweet potatoes, coconut water, spinach, natural anti-inflammatories, turmeric, ginger, salmon, olive oil. 20-30 g protein per main meal, 1 banana, leafy greens daily, 2 spoonfuls of seeds or nuts per day. Drink, Hydrate to support muscle nerve function. Drink why it helps. Water, 1.5, 2 L/day, prevents nighttime Charlie horses. Coconut water, 2, 3x/week, natural source of potassium magnesium. Warm ginger tea boosts blood flow to the legs. Avoid soda, strong coffee. Alcohol can deplete minerals, increase inflammation. Move, gentle but consistent exercise. Exercise what it does. Duration, chair. Squats, sit to stand, strengthens thighs and glutes. 10 reps times 2 sets/day. Slow stationary cycling improves leg circulation. 10 to 15 minutes/day. Calf massage. Warm foot soak relieves tightness. Eases tension every night before bed. Heel stretches, morning, reduces foot and calf cramps. 1 to 2 minutes every morning. Golden rule, don't sit for more than 30 minutes at a time. Get up, stretch, shake out your legs, even just for a minute. Lifestyle, small habits that help your legs recover. Habit health benefit, morning sunlight, 10 to 15 minutes/day, triggers natural vitamin D without toxic buildup. Skip vitamins unless prescribed. Reduces risk of nerve damage. Wear cushioned, arch-supporting shoes. Boosts stability and reduces strain. Elevate legs while sleeping, 5 to 10 centimeters, improves blood flow, reduces swelling. Your body has carried you for decades. It deserves wisdom, not blind habit. Your legs aren't weak just because you're getting older. They weaken because your muscles are undernourished, your nerves are overworked, and those tiny pills, the ones we assume are safe, may be quietly causing harm. You don't need a medicine cabinet to feel strong. You just need the right understanding, nourishing foods, and daily movement, guided by love and intention. In our final part, I'll share the inspiring stories of those who once lost faith in their legs, but who, with the right knowledge, reclaimed their freedom, their strength, and the joy of every step they take. Stay with me. Your legs are worth it. There was a time I feared I'd need a cane. I used to believe that weak legs were just part of getting older, but now I understand, strength doesn't come from youth, it comes from how we care for ourselves. Dear friend, if you've stayed with me this far, I believe it's because you, like many of my patients over the years, want to understand your body more deeply. You want to protect your legs, stay independent, and keep moving forward, strong, steady, and free. Let's pause and reflect. What have we uncovered together? The everyday foods that quietly weaken your leg muscles over time, the 3 good vitamins that, when misused, can directly harm your legs: vitamin A, vitamin D, and vitamin B6. Real-life stories from people like Roger, Lisa, and Deborah, who once lived with cramps, numbness, and fatigue, but found their strength again when they made the right changes, and most importantly, a simple, science-backed lifestyle plan to help you rebuild leg strength, balance, and confidence, step by step, every day. True healing doesn't come from pills, it begins with awareness. We don't have to live in fear. We simply need to start listening to our body a little more closely. Pause when your legs speak up, and choose wisely. Eat well, move daily, and never take vitamins blindly. No one was born to grow weaker. Some of us just haven't been guided in the right direction yet. As your doctor, I can offer the light, but the next step is yours to take. If this video touched you, helped you, or gave you a new perspective, please drop a comment below. Let me know you're walking this journey with me. Your story could be the light for someone else, someone who's struggling with cramps or wobbling legs, but hasn't yet found a way forward. Have you ever had leg cramps, numbness, or felt your legs weakening without explanation? Are you currently taking vitamins, without checking the dose or knowing if you really need them, or are you simply someone who wants to walk stronger every single day? I read every comment. And if I see you need help, I'll come back and reply personally. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I invite you to join this growing community of wise, curious, health-minded friends. Let this channel be your companion on the path to stronger legs, clearer choices, and more freedom after 60. One simple click, and you'll never miss the knowledge your body is quietly asking for. If this video brought you value, please tap like, It helps others who need this message find it. 2. Age isn't measured in years, it's measured in how strong you feel with every step you take. Let your legs carry you toward a life, without fear of falling, without daily aches, and without being chained to well-meaning pills that may rob you of your strength. Walk forward with confidence, clarity, and care, on your own 2 feet, and never forget that freedom is your birthright. I'm Dr. Jame. Thank you for trusting me. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll keep discovering the small changes that can transform life after 60.